Let's talk the cup. One more thing, like, subscribe, and share. Come on, let's talk the cup. Woo!
Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Cutler here in the Let's Talk to Cutler Virtual Book Club, the Let's Talk to Cutler YouTube channel, the Let's Talk to Cutler. Did I say Virtual Book Club already? Yeah, Virtual Book Club. It's another Tuesday, the 30th of September, 2024. I don't know about you all, but I'm glad to still be here. Oh my goodness. I'm just glad to be alive, glad to be breathing air, glad to be able to walk, glad to be able to talk, glad to be able to dress myself, glad to be able to be in my right mind. I'm thankful that I can really walk and talk and breathe and take care of myself and all of those sorts of things. I'm not here to just really testify, but I'm just here to offer some inspiration and motivation. So if you're wondering, what is this guy doing today? What is he up here for? I show up these Tuesdays and Thursdays, so now just Tuesdays now, to try to offer some inspiration and motivation, just trying to make sure that I do my part to challenge us to show up our best selves, even in the worst of situations, because life has a way of throwing curveballs at you. Life has a way of putting potholes in front of you. Life has a way of putting hurdles in front of you. And so sometimes you have to dodge the potholes, you have to jump over the hurdles, you have to navigate life. And in doing all of that, sometimes your anxiety goes up and your frustration goes up. And whenever that happens, you want to make sure that you show up with your character intact. You want to make sure that you show up in the strength of all of your integrity. So we have conversations so that we can rehearse showing up our best self, even in those situations, because a lot of times I think what happens is that life catches you off guard. And when life catches you off guard, it causes you to stumble just a little bit. It takes you out of your comfort zone. It takes you out of your normal course and takes you out of your normal path. So we have these conversations. I'm just going on and on and on, but before I keep going on and on and on, let me just ask those of you who catch me for the very first time to do me a favor. Go on and subscribe, and then click on the notification bell, because it lets you know whenever I've gone live. It lets you know whenever I've uploaded new content. And I want you to join the team, join the family, because we're just a bunch of normal people, ordinary people, just having conversations about each other and about life and about what's going on and about the best way to navigate life. If I know in some respects, it seems like I'm the one doing all the talking, and that may be a bit true, but I read your comments, I read your chat, the posts that you put in the chat. I'm always thankful to see active conversations taking place, because it lets me know then that that for the most part, I'm on the topic, talking about a topic that we can all identify with. Because, for example, the topic we're going to talk about this evening, don't let life stress you out. Oh my goodness, y'all. And I'll tell you why I chose that topic, don't let life stress you out. Because sometimes we can stress, and we stress over what some people consider little things. But when I tell you, when you stress over a little thing, it's not a little thing to you. It is a big thing. So one of the things that we are going to that I need to do is just to shout out the LTTC VIPs. The ones that I see who made their way into the chat room first, and that's Queen Nita, Bobby Dunmore, and Annie Cutler. It's good to see all of you, but those are the three that I see on my end as having made it into the chat room first. I want to talk about making sure that we don't let life stress you out, because how many of you can say within yourselves that sometimes you give in to the anxiety, you give in to the stress, you give in to the frustrations, and you don't have to put it in the chat, but if that's you, sort of sit in that for just a moment and say, yep, it's me. We've made it through over half of the month, over half of the year rather. And then I remember you were talking about setting your goals. If you didn't accomplish everything, then just sort of recast and recast for the second half. Well, oh my goodness, y'all, the second half is really underway. Here we are at the end of the month already. We're at I see it's already in the chat, so you all must be reading on mine. Can everyone believe it's the end of July? And the year is just marching right along. The next thing you know, the holidays will be upon us. It will be election time, the holidays, and end of the year, and we'll just be moving right on. But listen, don't let life stress you out. I read something today, something that I wrote, of course, not of course, but something that I wrote. And it says that your reputation runs faster than your legs. So make sure, I wrote that because I wanted to remind people that when you build a history, when you build a resume of who you are, when you build your dossier, and that is who you are. That's how you be. That's how you show up. Who you be and how you show up has a way of running faster than your physical body can, because people will know you. They will know your reputation. Oh, your reputation precedes you. I mean, it means that it goes before you. Who you are, who your character is, what your integrity looks like, it goes before you, and it will arrive. Quite often, it will arrive many places, some places where you'll never go. It will arrive sometimes before you physically get there. So make sure that you don't let life stress you out, that you maintain character, that you maintain a good reputation, that you maintain your wits about you. And when life gets to going uphill, as it sometimes will, that's a poem. When life goes uphill, as it sometimes will. That's the poem that talks about don't quit. Well, I don't want to necessarily talk about don't quit, but I want to make sure that you don't that you don't stress about life. Let's see. I was stressed all morning. My 12 did not arrive till 2:30. Good news, they arrived fine. Well, good. Glad that they arrived and enjoying their home. But let's get back to this. I want us to be able to stay calm. I want us to make sure that, to the extent that we can, we are breathing. And just from a very practical perspective, y'all, I'm wondering how many of us really know how to cultivate what I call a calm spirit and a calm demeanor and a calm soul and a calm mind. One of the things that you have to do is practice breathing. I read that somewhere, that we need to practice breathing, because it's an incredibly powerful mechanism that we use. Breathing, if you want to cultivate a calmer aura and spirit, then just practice breathing for just a moment. Just listen to your breath. Pay attention to how loudly you breathe, or how strained your breathing might be. Listen to how rhythmically you breathe. And that helps you to cultivate this calmness about you. And as you're thinking about your breath, you will find that even in this moment, do this with me, even in this moment, as you're paying attention to your breath, it sort of anchors you. It holds you in place. It steadies you. It makes you present. It makes you in the moment about what you're doing and about what is happening around you. And there's this sensation of, I am here, and this is what I'm doing. I'm living, I'm breathing, I'm calm. Why can we not practice that as a response to the stressors in life, to the triggers in life? Don't let people stress you out to the point that you don't know how to calm yourself down. Don't let people trigger your emotions to the point that you don't know how to maintain control of yourself. A lot of times people like to see you out of character. That's why I need to talk about that. People like to see you out of character, then stand back and point at you and say, that's what I was looking for. Don't give them the pleasure. Don't give them the satisfaction of seeing you out of your character. That's why I want to talk about how to stay calm and how not to let life really stress you out. Lots of things could stress us out, but remember, what do I often say? It's how you respond that matters. Step back and breathe. So a lot of times when people ask you for something, or they try to get a knee-jerk reaction and they say, well, what do you think about it? You say, I just need to take a moment to breathe. It helps you to become a more calm person. Life is lifing, life is happening. People are doing what people do, but make sure that you are in control of your response, how you respond. Step back and breathe. That's one thing that I offer us this evening. And then another thing, in terms of, if you want to be a very calm person, make sure that you're practicing self-compassion. Don't beat yourself up. Don't allow other people to beat you up. Don't say, you know what, I could have done this. I should have done this. Don't do the shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just try to meet yourself with kindness, the same way that you would meet somebody else with kindness. Meet yourself with grace. Meet yourself with compassion. Do for you what you would do for other people. You would meet them. You would extend them grace. You would extend them courtesy. You would extend them compassion. Do the same thing for you. It's okay to say, this is how I'm feeling. This is my experience in this moment. But one of the things that you are not going to get me to do is to beat myself up. And by the same token, I'm not going to allow other people to beat me up. Because what am I going to do? I'm going to meet myself with grace. I'm going to meet myself with forgiveness. I'm going to meet myself with kindness. I'm going to meet myself with love. I'm going to meet myself with compassion. And in doing so, what does that do? It gives me this option of being a calm person. I'm not going to allow myself to become stressed. I'm not going to allow myself to respond like that. Because if I respond like that in front of somebody, I may not get a second chance to make a first impression. I'm going to meet myself with grace and kindness and forgiveness. What else am I going to do? I'm going to stay connected. What do you mean stay connected? We get strength from our connection with other people. So one of the things that we need to do is to build strong and supportive relationships, because when you build strong and supportive relationships, they act as safety buffers. They help create a space of trust. I was talking to someone a couple of days ago, and I was telling them about one of the reasons, one of my methods of teaching is to create an atmosphere, an environment of trust. Because if I create an atmosphere, an environment of trust, then my students they are okay being vulnerable and sharing their vulnerabilities. I call for someone, a volunteer. Do you know the answer to this? They may not know the answer. They may think they know the answer. But if I've created an atmosphere of trust, then they don't mind showing up with their vulnerabilities, knowing that, okay, Cutler is not going to mishandle my vulnerabilities. So if I'm wrong with this response, I gave it my best shot, and he will recognize that my best shot came from a good place, but it still might have been wrong. He's not going to mishandle me. Create strong, supportive relationships and build environments and communities of trust. It doesn't mean that you have to be surrounded by people all the time, but it means that meaningful relationships can offer this substantial sense of connection, can offer this kind of trust in your community, in your village. It's important. And when you realize that you're walking in a space of trust more often than not, you become a calm person. What happens, we walk into a lot of spaces, into a lot of environments, a lot of atmospheres, and when we feel we are connected, or we feel that we are not connected, and we feel that we are sometimes attacked, and we are being accused, and we are being watched, and we're being we become the prey, Prey, then it puts us on the defense. It causes our defense shields to go up. It causes our anxieties to go up. But when you can walk into an atmosphere of trust, and you show up with all of your vulnerabilities, and you say, I'm here. With all of my perfect imperfections, I'm here. And everything is okay. I just wanted to share that with you all in terms of just some things to do to give yourself, or to offer yourself, how to become a more calm person. What else might we do? One of the things that you could do is just start your day with affirmation, start your day with prayer, start your day with meditation. I almost said medication, with that too, if it's necessary. But even in the midst of your day, it's okay. Just learn how to relax your mind. We don't do that. We learn how to relax our bodies. We all of that, but learn how to relax your mind. Whatever that means, whatever it looks like for you, do it. Turn off the radio, the TV. Do people even listen to the radio anymore? But turn off all of that and learn how to relax your mind, because our minds are always going. Learn how to relax your mind. And then even when you're not relaxing your mind, learn how to express your thoughts, talk it out, think it over, get it out. Say what you need to say. Talk about your feelings. If you don't have anybody to share them with, then write it down. Write it down in a journal until you can talk about it with a friend, until you can get it out. And when you write down your thoughts, when you share your thoughts, then you get the chance to evaluate them. You get a chance to analyze them. You get a chance to challenge them, particularly the negative thoughts that we sometimes have. Sometimes we have so many negative thoughts until you're always busy saying, all right, this is not going to go right. This is not going to happen. And and we put a whole lot of this nots together. This is not, this was not, this could not, this cannot, this will not. Learn how to challenge those negative thoughts. What else do we do? McDonald, you're right there. Go for a walk. Learn how to get out, move your body, engage in some kind of physical activity, because that will improve your mood. It will clear your mind. It will reduce tension. Just take a quick walk in the middle of the day. If you're still working, go on a walk during your lunch break. But learn how to do something that causes this physical engagement, because it will help clear your mind, reduce your tension. And then here's something else, you all. Instead of sitting idle, for those who may not be working or who may have a lot of down time, learn how to move your hands while you're sitting. What do you mean? Maybe you could work on a puzzle, put a puzzle together. Maybe you could do some painting. I don't know if anybody does knitting or sewing, but learn how to do something. Learn how to get an old Rubik's Cube or do something. So that way you end up focusing on something other than stillness and blank space. I'm just trying to help us stay calm. What does it look like, Cutler? How do I do it? I'm just offering us all of these things. Read. Get something to read. It's an amazing way of distracting your mind. Distracting my mind from what? Distracting your mind from the kind of thoughts and the kind of thinking that causes you to stress out. When you can reroute and redirect your thoughts and your thinking and absorb the happenings of the characters in a book or somebody's life or somebody's affirmations that you're learning to rehearse, try doing that. Try escaping social media for just a while. Because sometimes social media, I hate to put it this way, but the truth of the matter is, and I appreciate the fact that we've built this community on social media, but sometimes social media, other facets of social media, they can exacerbate your anxiety. Life has dealt you a blow, and here you are on social media and you're seeing people, oh, looks like they're handling this wonderfully. Looks like they didn't have to go through this. Looks like life is hunky-dory for them. And that's not the case. So sometimes what you need to do is necessary. Sometimes what you need to do is give yourself a break from social media. Pick up a book or something to read to distract your mind. Well, Cutler, I don't like to read. Do you like to have anxiety? And if you don't like to read, you feel like you're too spun up to read, maybe listen to something. Listen to go to one of these sites and services where they will actually read for you or read something to you. Read your way, or let them read your way right into sleep. But learn how to relax your body. Learn how to relax your mind. Learn how to relax your spirit. And sometimes that is just like listening to music. Paula D says, crafting is an escape for me. Creating things is very common. And Paula D, I think that's an amazing thing, because while if you're sitting still or you have that time, it means that you're doing something. It means that you are allowing the creativity of your mind to flow through your hands. And it's very calming because you've now learned how to master that space that you're in. I wish others knew how to do that. In fact, I'm going to share this. Someone made this for me, and it's amazing, this plaque that sits on my shelf. Someone had to take their time to make this. It's absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And what it is, this is all the covers of my book. There's my name down there. And I just keep this plaque here on the shelf because I really love it. I appreciate it. But this was done by someone just using their hands in a space, in a still space. It's that kind of thing that I'm suggesting that we can do. A lot of the things, let's see, some of the other stuff that I have on the shelves here in my office are created, they're made by somebody's creativity because they learn how to calm themselves down. This is old school, something that I'm getting ready to share. This is nothing profound or extravagant. Learn how to go get some fresh air. Walk outside. If you have a porch, go sit on it. If you have a balcony, go sit on it. If you have a patio, go sit on it. If you don't, just walk outside. Stand in the front yard, the backyard. Walk outside. Get some fresh air. It can help restore your mind. It really can. I just want us to learn how to be calm. And if we practice being calm, we will practice calm and more calm responses. We won't be so spun up about everything. And if we are not so spun up about everything, it's going to get back to something I said at the beginning of this conversation. If we're not so spun up about everything, then we won't have the kind of reputation that says, "Oh, don't talk to them because they're always on 100. They're always extra. They're always uncontrollable. They're always at the peak of emotion and the peak of anxiety." That will become your reputation, but don't let that become your reputation. Have a calm spirit, a kind spirit, a settled spirit. So let's learn how to defend and how to protect our reputation. Because when your reputation is scarred and messed up, you have to do a whole lot of work to restore it. And I want to prevent us from having to do this restorative kind of thing to our reputation. Because can I tell you this, that there are some people who die never having restored their reputation, and it's unfair to them, but that's how life will sometimes present itself. People who did not necessarily get to go on the social media and try to track everything that was being said about them and then try to issue some corrective statements. They didn't get a chance to do that. They didn't get a chance to understand what should have been said in public versus what should have been said in private. They didn't get a chance to do all of that. There's some people who didn't have what I call a crisis communication plan that, oh, if I said this and it gets this kind of response, how am I going to get this back? What am I going to do? There's some people who didn't get a chance to see, let me say what they're saying about me and see if I can correct it. Some people never got a chance to restore their reputation. And I want us to be very careful about that. I want us to be very cognizant of the fact that your reputation will get, as a matter of fact, I was going to say your reputation will get there before you do, but a lot of times your reputation will cause you not to even get there because it will close doors and you're wondering, I wonder why they don't want me. I wonder why they're not calling me. I wonder why they're not asking for me. It is because a lot of times your reputation got there and they examined, your reputation before they examined you. Bobby Denver, as you would say, they don't like that kind of talking. But it is true, you all. Your reputation will do one of two things, either close the door or open the door. Come on, let's be real, y'all. Let's talk about this. Haven't you ever encountered people and you said, you know what, I don't want to be bothered with them. Oh, no, I don't want to meet them. I'm good. You know, so-and-so is coming to town. Okay, that's great. That's good. I don't want to deal with them. And it could have been an artist of some sort. It could have been anybody of any kind of notoriety. And think about it. A lot of times you base your response on the reputation that precedes them. Am I going to spend $50 for this concert? Well, it depends on the reputation that precedes them. Are they good at what they do? And in addition to being good at what they do they have the reputation for have the kind of character that I even want to deal with? Because you can be as talented as someone who goes to Juilliard on a full scholarship. But if your reputation is messed up, you've closed the doors that you will never open. So I just wanted to encourage us to work on that. Stay calm, because calmness means that you are aware of how you show up and how you be. And how you show up and how you be, that's your reputation. There are some things that I want you all to look this up. It is called a hubris, Hubris. It gets to the character flaw of a people, of a person, or the hamartia, Hamartia. Yes, the Hebrew and the hamartia. Yeah, it talks about the character flaws of excellent people, wonderful people, grand people, beautiful people, excellent people, but excellent people who present with this character flaw. And how dangerous might that character flaw be? We all have them, but we have to learn how to manage them. It's just like pain management. Sometimes we have to manage our character flaws. We have to manage our ability to know when to keep silent. I just want to share that with us, you all. Why not have the reputation that says, he's such a calm person, she's such an in control person? Stay calm. Let your calm reputation go before you. One of the things that I pride myself on being is a very even-natured person. I try not to let too many things take me extremely low or take me extremely high. I like to operate in that middle space, because it is in the middle space where I think I'm rational and I can always make rational decisions. I don't act out of impulse. I don't do spontaneous knee-jerk reactions. But I like to think about what I'm going to do. I like to think about what I'm going to say. I like to think about how I'm going to respond. Because when I think about what I'm going to do, how am I going to say it, and how I'm going to respond, it gives me a chance to reflect on who I am. It gives me a chance to stand in who I am. It is the same for you. Stand in the truth of who you are. Stand in your character, stand in your integrity, but stand calmly. And when you stand calm, it does not mean that you're weak. Quite the opposite. It means that you're standing strong. Guard your reputation. Stay calm. Don't let life get the best of you. Don't let life get the best of you, and don't let life stress you out. I've been very strategic this evening in making sure that I try to keep my voice right at this level, because I wanted you to hear it, and I wanted you to not just hear what I had to say, but to feel what I have to say. It is important to stay calm. People are having strokes, you all. People are having heart attacks. People are having all kinds of illnesses because they are carrying a whole lot of stress in their bodies. And for those who are predisposed to certain kinds of conditions, it is just exacerbating or worsening what's going on. I want us to learn how not to let life stress you out. Don't let it stress you out, but let your reputation be one that says, yes, I'm going to show up, and I'm going to show up calmly. You all, thank you for allowing me to come into the space that you allowed me to come into this evening. Hey, it is the end of July, and here we go into the next month. The next time we meet, we will be in the month of August. Don't stress out. Some things have happened that you didn't want to happen. Some things have happened that you think you cannot change. Don't stress out. Some people did things that you cannot undo. Don't let life stress you out. Some things have happened that you wish you could just turn back the hands of time. Don't let life stress you out. Some things have not happened. Don't let life stress you out. Some people have offended you. Don't let life stress you out. Some of you have dealt with a bad diagnosis and health reports. Don't let life stress you out. Don't let life stress you out. You are better. when you can meet life head to head and face to face with a calm demeanor. So let's try to do that. Hey, let's keep doing what we do, you all. Let's keep building community. Let's keep maintaining connectivity. Keep your heads up, keep your hopes up, stay safe, stay sane. Be somebody's calming agent, as someone may have been that for you. And until the next time we talk, please know that from your heart to mine, there is and always will be so much love. I'll see you the next time I see you. Don't let life stress you out. Go and tell somebody. Listen, tell them, come on, let's talk to Cutler, because the man is really talking good. And tell them, Cutler said, don't let life stress you out. Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.